The other day, I read an article that made me sit down. The article explained that 30% of the German workforce will become futile within the 5 to 10 years. 30%. This means around about 13 million people. I started to look around me, and I saw the bus driver driving by, the postman passing by, and the lady at the cash desk at the supermarket across the street. And I kept thinking, will these people have a job? Then I thought about Yuval Harari. He's a famous writer who wrote several novels about the evolution of society, and he warns us about the rise of potential digital dictatorships. He explains that right now, digitalization could be handled by a very small amount of people, a so-called elite, which could monitor the rest of us. Imagine a society where all your words and gestures could be held against you. I don't know how you feel. However, I am positive about digitalization when I think how digitalization can help us being more productive, or how automation can help us focus on creativity, insights, innovation. And this wouldn't just be for me, or for you, or for everyone working or not at Atos, but everyone aiming at focusing on more purposeful jobs. And besides, what would we have done without digitalization during the pandemic? What would we have done without tools such as Teams, Zoom, WhatsApp? This made us keep being connected to one another. And here I am, thinking, well, if digitalization has been such a great support during a challenge like the pandemic, it should be, or it could be, a support for tackling climate change, which is for me the biggest challenge of all. Storms, rising sea levels, floods, fires. Many extreme weather phenomena are coming at us. Just think about the last year. Europe has decided to become the first carbon neutral continent by 2050. And we have decided to already cut the emissions by 55% by 2030. Ursula von der Leyen, leading the European Commission, has declared that the whole new continent needs to focus on clean energy, circular economy, biodiversity, reinvent its infrastructure, and so many other building blocks. There is so much to do. So you may call me naive, or you may call me unsophisticated, or you may call me a dreamer, a digital dreamer. But my digital dream is that digital solution should help us to tackle climate change. And this is possible. And I will now tell you how. The other day, I was having a coffee with a colleague of mine. He told me about the so-called Towards Climate Smart Alpine Forests. This was a pre-COP26 event, or an international roundtable where he explained about the potentials of digitalization. He explained how digitalization, or more precisely AI, with very accurate monitoring and predictive analytics, could support locals to take the right decisions so that the forest could be protected and could keep on absorbing carbon. I then told my colleague about a project where I am personally involved. This is a project where we are elaborating a platform so that all the companies participating can get a 360-degree overview of their carbon footprint. Right now, for a company, tackling the so-called Scope 1 or Scope 2 emissions, it's more or less manageable, because those are the emissions that are either on-site or your energy supply. However, the challenge is with the Scope 3 emissions, because Scope 3 emissions means that your whole supply chain is involved. Well, with this platform, we enable all the participating companies to become an ecosystem and to tackle it down. And this is where the magic happens. Because at the end, we won't be able to tackle climate change if we don't just think in silos. And finally, we discussed about the latest innovation at Atos, the so-called managed and detection response offering. This is a cybersecurity offering, and it became carbon neutral. It became carbon neutral, and it means that the 15 operation centers of Atos are now able to protect clients on cloud, hybrid, on-premise, anything in a very carbon neutral way. We have been able to tackle our carbon life cycle. We have been able to develop strategies so that we can actually lead the way and demonstrate how we have become the leader in decarbonized and secure digital. We have changed the way we do business. And this is what makes me hopeful. We have changed the way we do business, and this also starts with how our CSR is closely working with marketing so that we demonstrate our commitment to sustainability in our global annual reports. And we even won a prize for that last week. But now, thinking back to the bus driver, the postman, or the lady at the cash desk, what is going to happen to them? Are they going to be a part of this transformation so that we can all tackle climate change? What if we could enable them to reskill themselves so that they can also work on jobs that tackle climate change? What if, whether or not you are working at Atos, you can actually reflect and eventually think, okay, I need to do something to tackle climate change, and I can do it right now with the position I'm working for. So again, I don't know how you feel, but I am very positive about digitalization. I am positive even though I am scared of potential digital dictatorships or the rise of a digital divide where 30% of the German workforce could become futile. But I remain positive because I think about all the great aspects we've been shown during the pandemic, and most especially with all the great aspects we've been demonstrating to tackle climate change. So again, you may call me naive, or you may call me unsophisticated, or you may call me a dreamer, a digital dreamer. But my digital dream is that digital solutions should help us to tackle climate change. And this is not just about me, but this is also about you, or you. And this is all about thinking we are all in this together. So why don't you join me and let's all become digital doers?